How are we doing, boys?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, man.
Yeah.
Great
I got
to be
some
here.
really bad news this week
Oh, no.
what's up?
about a podcast moving forwards. Obviously, we just hit 50.
Yeah.
We just hit 50.
It's all downhill
but,
from here.
well, it
Want
is.
to buy a Corvette?
Because what I've
dyed
heard
my
is
hair.
that podcasting is dying.
Oh shit.
As a medium is dying.
Oh my God.
I've heard of this new thing that's going to take over. I think it's called Radio. What it is, it's a live podcast where you just tune in.
Oh wow.
It's on every day. There's a bunch of different of these podcasts that are going at any time, constantly. Some of them play music.
Well, I was going to say, are there musical interludes?
Yes, there is.
That's so
That actually sounds
unique.
awesome.
Yeah.
How did they get the rights for
I
that?
know. It's just coming out now. What
Surely
you need
it's
to
not the
get,
same episode.
So-
Is it different hosts or the same guys?
Oh, it depends. There's different channels.
Is there
Oh
different,
my
like,
goodness.
are they quite, frequent with all of them?
Well,
Like, could you
they're-
find different frequencies of them?
You know
Absolutely. What you can do is in your cars. Now, a lot of people drive cars nowadays.
What?
You can kind of scan for these different radio
Yeah.
stations.
Tell you what,
and it will be
what?
different.
We should do that, but we should try and get on at like the 8 to 9 o'clock or the 4 to 5 o'clock time, because that's usually when people are like going to or from
Oh,
work.
that sounds like a good
So most
idea.
ears will be on it.
You know what I could do that would be really unique?
Yeah.
I'll put a bunch of like sound bites on like a soundboard, and just every now and then when you like say allegedly, we could play a sound.
Oh, that's really
Oh,
cool.
it didn't work.
Wrong one.
It sounds
Just
like
like that.
so, and you can even have people ring in
Oh,
and
okay,
talk
yeah.
to you while you're live on your podcast.
They
on
can
the
join
radio.
the podcast.
Like
my
what they
goodness.
did on Three Guys, but they actually respond to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
live.
yeah.
So
Couple years
So
ago.
it's
it would be 50 episodes down the fucking line.
And a different podcast
It's
name.
literally live feedback from what you're talking about. Some of these apparently kind of they talk about the things that are going on in the world as well. They have
Okay.
little interludes for that.
Oh, like the
Some of
stuff
them-
that's new.
Some of
They
them
call it the
talk
new
about
Oh,
news.
the new news.
Some of them talk
New
about
news.
new products that have just come onto the market
If we
and why
got
you should buy
sponsored,
them. Yeah,
maybe we could do a segment where we could give some of that money away.
Oh, cool.
But we could use it to
Oh.
reference like we could have some sort of like a an effect. It's like a moo, and we could do like a cash cow.
Oh, cool.
cash
Oh, because it's a
cow.
cow's an animal.
Cow's an animal.
Hey, James likes books, so we could kind of tailor it to like letters where they have to like a certain amount of time and have to give different things that go with the letter.
competitions and kind of we could
Yeah.
do trivia.
We could
Oh.
talk about film festivals and have some weirdos on to talk about some shitty movie.
So basically, what I'm saying is we really need to. Really need to pull ourselves together,
Yeah, okay.
stop this podcasting bullshit,
Yeah.
and join the radio.
Who listens to Spotify anymore these days?
True. When you've got live Spotify going at all times on your radio in your car.
For free.
I've heard, for free.
Yeah.
You just need to talk. Here's about some products.
Can't skip
occasionally.
those ads.
The only problem is though is that Spotify is just like Joe Rogan's and Talk Tours. That's all
Well,
it is.
exactly. But the thing is that the Talk Tours and the Joe Rogans are not on the radio.
Joe Rogan. No, we know Joe Rogan because he's in our world, but we don't
Well,
know
actually-
this radio
No, but
world.
it's dead.
Oh, well-
But we need to beat the Joe Rogans of the world.
The only problem
to
is
get into
though
the
is
radio.
that Taylor Swift has already joined these radio programs because
What?
I swear, like,
hey, what's really cool with your radio
so ahead of
program
it.
is you can design it around certain kind of things. So we could have a no Taylor Swift radio program.
oh,
So
Oh,
you know
dude.
that'll be our tagline: no Taylor Swift.
The audience of five.
maybe one of the stations could
Only
be just
Slipknot.
all James.
Bro,
Like-
I know you're joking. That sounds sick as shit.
No, just like we could have like James, but it's only James, but like the different sides of James, like three Jameses, like
Could you
One
make
cup?
that entire
like triple
thing
James,
your
like
autobiography title?
triple James.
Just James. Only James.
The Triple James.
Triple
Yeah, Triple James.
That should be my book reviews. Just
Book review,
the,
only
the,
James.
the triple James review.
Triple James review.
Oh god.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
Good
I don't
idea.
know. For the people that are playing along, radio's dead. It died a long time ago. Podcasting is the current thing.
Nah, Dean was on the radio the other day.
Was he?
Yeah.
Eventually.
I didn't listen.
He was talking.
I was-
He was talking about his movie. And
Dean, good friend of the podcast and
Yeah.
also
Was
Was
host
he
of-
actually on the radio?
He was,
was.
yeah.
Good friend.
There's a film festival on tomorrow. Good friend of the podcast.
Oh,
There's a festival on tomorrow. We have a film debuting there.
Yeah.
oh, very
He's
cool.
talking about it a little bit.
In a
The
photo.
host of the radio was not
Good.
Interesting.
definitely
What
not
station was
To
it?
be AM.
younger than 60.
Oh,
shit.
AM. What?
So-
12:33.
Sure, man.
That's the only AM I know.
Then that's what it was.
Unless
To give you
it's-
context of how funny it was
Or
to
it's
listen to
ABC.
this, before Dean's interview about the film, they were talking about a spelling bee at a primary
Oh,
school.
that's right. They're trying to spell the word Crockenbush.
Yes, and Dean had to spell it, and I was
He
like,
didn't?
No.
We've all talked to Dean.
We've all talked to-
He
no, it
wouldn't have
wasn't
got past the first letter.
He doesn't even know how to say the other words in that sentence. Spell Crockenbush.
Oh, sorry, Dean, friend of the podcast.
That's okay.
Not
he's
personal
Yeah,
friend,
he's
though.
fine.
Maybe we should get him on in the future.
We should. We should.
Well, we were thinking about it, but
He's a
then
boy.
someone didn't get relocated. So
I'm sorry.
here we
Oh,
are.
wow.
Sorry, I didn't ditch. Fuck. Beggars can't be choosers.
I was on a holiday.
So we're going to be talking about dead technology.
Yep.
Technology that's died, never coming back.
But the best
Just dead.
technology.
We
That's
got the
dead.
Best dead
music.
technology. The bestest. I've set a precedent, and I go first when I'm hosting. I'm not changing it. Maps.
Mr. President.
Maps.
Maps.
Huh?
Like the app.
Physical maps. Physical
physical
maps that you would
maps.
have in your car. So all cars would, kind of come with them
Okay.
for the most part. And no, fuck them. All got GPS. We all got phones.
Valid.
Look, I imagine nowadays a cop would fucking fine you if you are holding a
Actually,
Yeah,
paper
true,
map
probably, yeah.
nowadays.
I didn't think about it. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, they
no more
absolutely would, I'm
driving on
sure.
the steering wheel, looking up,
Because,
looking down.
they've got quotas to meet.
Do you know what I
Because they're all revenue raising, and we all know
ACAB.
it.
Do you know the new
ACAB.
revenue raiser that I saw for the first time today driving down the coast? Like almost, I was going towards Sydney.
Cancer.
No, they have a fucking car, a speed car, like a speed camera car
How fast were they going?
that just sits in the left-hand lane driving and that has a speed camera facing backwards, speed camera facing
Oh,
forwards.
that's a dog act.
And they can
Yeah,
track your speed while you're overtaking them. So it's just one of those, the speed camera cars that are on the
Yeah,
side of the
yeah,
road.
yeah.
They can book you while they're
Don't they
overtaking you.
technically have to have one of the signs on their roof, though?
They do.
And then also
They
trailing
have one of the
behind them
signs on
20
the roof.
meters.
yeah, like the Domino's fucking
Yeah, there's a car.
the one of those signs on the
right,
thing.
You get to
Okay.
play that fun game of like, is that roof rack or is that cop?
No, I hate
The
it when you're
classic.
driving down
I hate that game.
when you're driving down the highway and you see like the cross and like the checkered board thing on top. It's like, okay, slow down just to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
if there's one in the middle.
Yeah,
Okay, no
yeah.
one. Speed up.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how Waze is going to incorporate a way to track these moving assholes.
Oh,
And surely it's like if
it's all
you
self-reported,
flag
so-
it, flag the traffic, the driving cop.
they're gone.
No, they can just like start animating, but like he's going 110, so most likely he's
Oh,
just
yeah,
moving
true.
this way on the map.
Yeah.
Just like ratting him out.
No, well, even like
I
the
hate that.
no, the one I hate is the fatigue monitor ones. Like it's like there's just like across the top of the road how there's like three
Yeah,
things, and it's meant to monitor just trucks and all that kind of stuff. They have
Seatbelts,
updated it
dick
now
out.
so that if a car, like say we're driving to Queensland,
Yeah.
and you drive through one of those,
Yeah.
and it's like the average speed monitoring, if you go from here to Brisbane and your time is below the average time by a certain percentage,
It's a time stage.
they will fine you
if you pull
for an
over?
average speed.
Yeah, it's
no,
what you do.
like below, like essentially you
right,
get there faster than the
Yeah,
average
but you
speed.
get there fast when you pull over for like 10 minutes.
That's fucked.
Easy.
I know. That's the thing. But
Yeah.
I remember driving back
seems
from
unenforceable.
Victoria one time. We were driving through Yass, and Yass had this
Yass,
sign
Queen.
saying Yass. It had this sign saying like there was a big old speed camera coming up, and it was like, but it only, and they specifically said only goes to 116 kilometers an hour. I'm like, what a weird thing for them to specify until you drive through it and you're like, oh yeah, like you would. Because it doesn't, like, it's not a speed camera, it's just a speed check. And so, and it's such like a great flat, like open, straight stretch of road.
Right.
And if that thing was displaying your actual speed, you would rip through there. It'd be so, it's a speed trap. It's so cool.
Have I ever told you about when I started driving? Like I got my learners and I started driving.
Nice.
And Dad was the guy who taught me. And if you've met my father, he's not.
No, he's
You
lovely.
start driving France?
No. This was the one
get
moment
out of
he
the
wasn't
way!
in France. He has driven in France though. He does not like it.
Because of
The French.
the smell.
James knows. James has been to France.
I have not
I
been to
have been
France.
to France. I just wasn't invited with them. I had to
Apparently,
go
France
myself.
is like the most dirtiest place in Europe. That's what I've
No,
heard.
there's a lot of worse
I
shit
wouldn't
in
say
Europe.
France specifically.
Like Paris.
Paris
Yeah,
can be
yeah, yeah,
quite
yeah, yeah.
dirty.
Paris
yes.
was, I think, well, I mean, Paris was fine, but there was Olympics, so
Yeah, it would have been
so
cleaned up.
clean when I was there.
Yeah,
right.
would have been cleaned up.
Couple months
Hey,
ago.
they had to clean the Seine because
They did not clean the Seine.
Didn't like a
the
chick
mayor-
get like Ebola or some
Six
shit?
people got Ebola. No, 6 people got
Oh
E.
my
coli.
God.
the
E.
mayor
coli.
went swimming in it to say it
Just
was
like that
okay.
fucking
vomited on
just
the
like
finish
that
line.
fucking dumb cunt that died from a quarter pounder the other day in America.
Sorry.
Was it a heart
So
attack?
no, that's from the heart attack. That's what I thought it was. But
Yeah.
turns out that some dickhead that was distributing all the meat to all the different McDonald's stores left a box on the loading dock and then put it in the back of the freezer truck and then sent it off to a location. And then like 25 people got food poisoning, got E.
So hang on.
coli.
So if one guy has got the body count of like 16 people, does that make him a serial killer?
I guess,
Oh,
kinda.
it depends on the intention.
Does it have is serial killing
But have you heard of-
intention or
Well,
body
yes.
count?
Yes, you have to.
Well,
have
it
intention.
would've
like
just
the
been-
How many
Tylenol
kill cams you
poisonings.
got?
Like you've got the
I got an
Tylenol.
RCXD, baby.
Yeah, have you heard about the Tylenol poisonings?
No. The
So-
Tide Pod? Eat the Tide
Tylenol.
Pods? No.
It's kind of like aspirin or something, like like our ibuprofen. I think
Okay,
it's
yeah,
very
yeah,
similar
yeah.
to that. There were people that were tampering with Tylenol bottles, like opening them up and putting in either, I think it was other tablets, or they were like injecting into the tablets a bunch of stuff,
Fuck.
and it was like pretty fucked. A bunch of
Okay.
people died from it, and that
Well-
was Back to the story about
Sorry.
my father.
Yeah.
So it was the first.
To Ian.
The first couple of times after we got driving, I think it was like the 5th time, he was like teaching me about, abiding by the road rules and not to be an idiot.
Pussy.
And then he said, "I'll be
Police
back."
state.
He said, "I'll be back." And I just kind of was standing in the kitchen. He came back down with photos that he'd printed out like 20 years ago, and it was of his dashboard of his speedometer at 200 kilometers an hour.
Mad cunt.
And he was like, "This is an example of doing stupid shit. Don't do stupid shit."
Fuck off.
And I said to
How
him,
does that help?
and I said to him, "This is not the
Why?
lesson that you are wanting to teach me." And he was like, "It was fine. It was a backcountry road in the middle of bumfuck nowhere."
Imagine him. Everyone's like, don't do this.
It's just like those
Hey, you
things.
can't
It's
beat
just
my high
like,
score.
like those American ads where it's like the parent pulls out a shoebox underneath the bed
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
has the weed. It's like, where did you learn to do this? I learned this from you,
Yeah.
Dad.
Now, what's even
It was
funnier
only
is this
200.
was a while ago. So this was a film camera. He had to hold the steering wheel with his knees while he advanced film
Jesus
through his film camera to take this fucking photo.
Can you imagine him ripping past the
Jesus.
cop, but then the flash goes off and the cop is like,
Did I get him?
did I just get called for speeding?
So
I
what
don't know.
was
Did we get him?
what was your first car?
My first car was a Nissan Micra.
Still has it.
1995 Nissan Micra. It's still in the
Fuck
The
yeah.
Red
garage.
Rocket.
So we have so many fun experiences
Such
with
a
that
great.
car.
It's a piece of shit, but it's amazing.
No,
I
because
love the
my
Micro.
friend's one was a Micro as well, and we used
Yeah,
to lift the
it's
back
so
of the
good.
car up and put
Yeah.
Macca's trays under the
Yeah,
tires.
Yeah, the
So
classic.
where I used to work when through high school and through uni, I used to work at a Kmart, and I used to do like night shifts. Like I'd knock off at like
It's a
12
24-hour
o'clock.
Kmart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
probably the
before-
first
yeah.
time we met.
Potentially, yeah, when you were in the fucking DVD section, spending $3.
Putting stuff in your undies.
There were so many times on like a Friday or a Saturday night, like all my friends had gone out and they'd been on the piss, and I was
Yeah.
like, I
Paul is
can't come,
fucking
I'm at
losing.
work, and I'll come outside and I'll have parked my car somewhere, and then suddenly my car is over 4 car parks, or literally my car is wrapped up in Glad wrap.
There was
Yeah.
one that we did, and I still feel a little bit bad about it, where we glad wrapped the car, but for some reason we also crate papered it, and then it rained.
Oh, that was a shit
That was a bad
night. That
one.
was a shit night. But yeah,
What was your first car?
Yeah. I don't remember.
Oh shit!
Taylor buys all the cars.
Honda.
that does go with your
No,
character.
wait. Honda Accord.
Oh yeah.
96. I think. I can't remember. It was a white piece of shit.
How Christian of you?
That's what Jesus
Sorry.
drove.
Yeah, Jesus and his Accord.
In his own accord.
I just knew Elden Ring was coming out and I wanted to follow in the footsteps.
Paul, what was your first car?
Was a 2002 Subaru Bug-Eye RS.
Oh, so you
2.5.
started a lesbian. Okay.
Yeah, started
Nice.
gay.
Mine
Now
was
I got a GTI.
What happened to the car?
Well, okay, rightio. I bought it for 4,200. We talked him down from 4,500. And in the time that I owned it, it had, I think it was like 350 odd thousand Ks on it.
Yeah.
I did the head gasket and then still drove it for a year because in my mind, as long as there's oil in the car, we're good. It was also dripping onto the exhaust manifold.
Oh, no.
So I'd be sitting at any incline and the car would just start to smoke. And like the smoke's fine. It's just burning oil. And then one time...
Just burn oil.
Yeah, it's fine. And then...
Did it have a sub in the back?
It did have a sub.
Oh my god! You could not put anything in the fucking boot of that
It did
car.
have like a fat 12-inch sub in the back.
It was-
I didn't put that in there. It was just there. I'm like, I'll take it out. And then I'm driving like, I kind of like it.
Yeah.
It's sick as shit. And then we had a wedding one time up in the Hunter Valley, and to get to the reception was this like big gravel road. And like, you know, I'm 21, 22. I'm driving with my friends, and we hit a gravel road. I'm like, see you later. And I'm suddenly Colin McRae, and I'm like trying to like slide. I'm being a dickhead basically. And then when I get back in the car to go home that night, fourth gear just does not work. And then by the time I sold it, I don't think reverse worked either.
Oh my god.
It would sit in fourth. It was horrifying. It would sit in fourth. I did the clutch as well. It would sit in fourth. It would sit in fourth, and then all of a sudden it would just like kick you out of fourth, or like just for no reason. So driving around, you had to go from like third to fifth.
Oh,
And it was only 5-speed, so it was a wild car.
I remember, I think
I
once
loved that
or
thing, man.
twice I drove that car and I just refused to do it again because it was horrific.
We also always got in a lot of trouble. At the time when I had it, James and I and another friend were renting this place in another suburb.
I was actually about to bring that
They
up. Yeah.
paid a lot of money to get this like really nice like new concrete driveway, and so for some reason I parked my car there, but like the head gasket's gone, so the bitch is just leaking oil, and so there was just so much oil all over that driveway, and the realtors were just assholes to us about the whole property. And so when we were doing our final, I think I tried really hard to get like the like concrete removal.
We spent
where
days,
pressure washing
literally
it
days
to the point where
trying
I'm
to
like
clean
I'm
it.
pulling the concrete out, but it's seeped in at this
Yeah.
stage. So when they came to do our final inspection, we had to get all three of our cars and park them like nose to bumper across the whole driveway, so they couldn't see it. And then by the time we were out, we're like,
Yeah, they had already given us back our
Yeah,
bond.
good. Yeah.
And we,
Fuck 'em.
it was
it's still cooked.
Oh,
I drove past it the other
drive
week.
by
It's
it, every so often. The driveway's still fucked.
Anyway,
It's
what was
so
your
good.
first car, Desco?
1989 Nissan XR.
Oh yeah.
With a
nice,
Targa
nice.
roof, so you could actually take the
Ooh,
roof
very
off
nice.
the
I
car.
love a
yeah.
Targa.
And so, like, but the thing was, you could fit comfortably 2 people in the car. There was a back seat that could fit 3, but if you wanted to put someone behind the driver would have to be on the
Yeah, right.
seat like this. But
That's Nissan
lean
Micro
forward.
vibes, yeah.
and it was the best car for going driving to the beach. You could just like
Oh, yeah.
be like an action star and jump in, all that kind of stuff. It had a twin cam turbo on it.
Oh yeah.
Very nice,
But
very nice.
from the car, you couldn't tell that it was like
Sleeper.
turboed. So
I love that.
Right.
the cops would, when I got pulled over the first time, my old man was shitting his pants. And I was like, "What's wrong, Dad?" And he's just like, "You're not meant to have this car on your piece." And I'm
yeah,
like,
of course.
"What?" And he's like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
just
no turbos, yeah.
no, just don't say anything." And he's like, "Okay." And then afterwards, he's like, "Yeah," just goes outside of the car and starts pulling the stickers off because it says on the side of the car,
Turbo.
twin cam turbo.
Oh, shit,
and
yeah,
I'm
right.
like, "Oh, okay, I understand now." And then he's just like, "By the way, when you're driving this, just make sure that when you're going from first to second, you don't just drop the clutch in first to second." I'm like, "Why?" And then he goes, "Hop out." And then this is the first time I ever realized that if your car is a front wheel drive
Yeah.
and it is turboed, the front of the car just goes across
Yeah.
the front of the thing. So I'm at the lights and he's just gone whack like that, and the car's beside it, just watching the car just slide sideways like that.
Yeah, Nissan Micro's front wheel drive.
Yeah.
And it's not a heavy car.
No.
It's definitely less
Yeah.
than a ton. And it was nigh undrivable on a hill when
Yeah.
it's wet.
Yeah.
It would
Yeah.
just wheel spin.
Really fun to do a J
Real-
turn in
yeah.
it as well. Yep.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm surprised
I miss-
that car's still going.
I did
after
that
all.
like within the last year. When I was going, I think we were driving to Bathurst, and I got to work super early before we went to leave. I just made good time. And where old work was like in like an industrial area, so it was just like an empty cul-de-sac. And I didn't have the key to the gate, so I had like 10 minutes to kill, and it had just rained. So I think I just spent 10 minutes just driving up and down, doing like J turns, handbrake turns, just doing dumb shit. I'm like, it's just fun.
Yeah.
Cars are great.
Should
So
we?
maps.
Yeah, maps.
Oh yeah, maps.
Yeah, so I've chosen physical
What a
maps.
segue.
Physical maps. A lot of people that would have them in their cars. You're basically like, oh, I need to go to Cristo Road in Waratah. This is where it is in the map, and that's where
Shout
you
out
go.
Cristo Road, Waratah.
I remember when you had to
Up the
print
Cristo
off the
Road.
Google
Yeah,
directions.
It wasn't Google.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like what was the website?
Yahoo.
Yeah.
No, but like when I was
Like a
when I
Netscape.
first started doing DJing, and it was like
Yeah.
18
Yeah.
to
Self-promotion.
19, I was like, this was before iPhones and everything like that had all the. So I had a TomTom, the little one that you'd put up, and you had to physically
That's you and your dad
download
working, isn't it?
the maps. But when I was like, oh yeah, you have to go to this venue in Maitland, the Candy Bar was like a nightclub out there, and I didn't understand where the fuck it was, so I had to physically print off the
Yeah,
Google
I've done that
Maps
before.
and then
Wow.
draw
Yep.
the directions I had to go.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, don't look at this until you get to this street. And I'm like, okay, we're at that street. Okay.
That's
Where
what
am
I
I
mean. Like, no one has an excuse to get lost anymore.
It's
You can be late for sure, but lost.
Yeah, a very obscure place.
Yeah.
Like a lot of cars, new cars at the very least nowadays, it's all even on your dash.
Yeah.
All the
Yep.
directions on your dash. You plug it in on GPS. in your
My car doesn't even have a.
Dash.
It doesn't even have air
Speedometer.
conditioning.
Ooh.
We live in Australia.
I know.
You're
You
fucked.
should get one of them.
I'm in the.
Yeah, you
I'm
should.
in,
If
I'm
you
in,
just took the
I'm in the
10%
heat
you
every
spend on
fucking
Pokemon
day.
cards, fix your fucking car.
Because no, so Shelly
your
goes
car
because
can't.
like I can just take it to my mechanic and he can fix it for me. Every time I take it in there to get my
Just get it regassed, mate.
yeah, but
on.
everyone goes. Why? He goes like, why don't you just get it regassed? I'm like, because when I'm at work and it is fucking hot, and then I go home, I don't want to get out of the air conditioned car, go into the house where we don't have air conditioning in the house, and then all of a sudden I go from nice and cool to like stinking hot. Like I'm always acclimatized to it.
What if you got air conditioning at home?
A house wouldn't really work with it.
Buy an independent.
Why don't you get
like
a portable
little
one?
wall
No,
unit
it's
that
like
you see in New York.
it doesn't matter if like I do it. The floorboards underneath it doesn't allow for the air to stay in
that's
the
like
house.
the place we used to live.
Yeah.
So like I'd have to put carpet down. I'd have
That's
to
fair.
like it's more than just $1,000 or $2,000 to put an AC in. It's like I'd have to
Technically,
spend.
none of that's your problem, and you should tell your landlord that your
Well, the
house
thing is, like, my
inhabitable.
landlord is my rent has only gone up $50 in the 8 years that I've been there.
That's pretty good.
Because
Yeah, 'cause
they
you
have
would-
had to fix nothing on the house. I have fixed everything.
Because you're an inhabitable place.
What?
Well, I think there are a lot of
Just
laws
stroke.
out there that if you've got like gaps like that in the floorboards,
Well, no, it's just
not,
like it's not
legal
a
to be
it's,
rented.
it's not a it's like a house thing where it's like old wooden floors. If your house has wooden floors in it, you shouldn't have air conditioning because it just the air seeps up from the floor and it essentially recirculates and leaves the house. It's very energy inefficient.
Yeah, but okay. I know that Victoria's passed some laws basically
Yeah.
saying that you cannot have anything like that, and if
Yeah.
you do, you have to replace it before
Yeah.
it can even be rented.
Yeah, well, even if I'd have to end my lease and then get back in before they do it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Just live with Paul. Actually, no, don't live with Paul. He lives with me.
No, well, the thing is, like,
Liam.
so I grew up in, like, our house has never had air conditioning. We've just gone, the excuses for it is just go, oh, wait, you're telling me you're hot? Just go and jump in the pool in the backyard. But now I don't have a pool. I just have one of those plunge things, the ice.
Oh, the plunge
bath.
tank, yeah.
Fuck, they are so good for when you get home from a hot day at work and you just have this thing filled up with water and you just sit in it and you just like, just by yourself.
Little gremlin.
Just little
Oh,
gremlin.
our little alpha boy.
I am very excited for the potential future moment where you get air conditioning in a house, or you change house and you get air conditioning in that house. And I'm excited for that, like, childhood first, where you will be like, guys, it's so good.
You don't have to.
See, I don't have a thing. I don't have
had
a
to
problem
turn
with
it
air
up.
conditioning.
So what you'll become is you'll become the Lambs of the world, where the air conditioning is always on.
Well,
I
it's
love
actually more
love
like
going to Liam's
cost
house.
effective and energy efficient to leave your air conditioning on
I agree.
than it is to turn it off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more.
That's the exact argument that Liam
honestly,
used.
the main reason I've been using my air conditioner so much is because the kids have been sick.
Yeah.
So keep him sick.
Yeah,
Keep
that's
it cold,
it.
baby.
They keep getting cold.
So
I wonder why.
They don't keep getting the
thing
flu
that I
if they
love
don't
the most
stop.
about it being hot and it's getting closer to summer is whenever Brayden hasn't experienced this yet, and I can't fucking wait for him to experience this.
Sentience.
We have sentience. No,
Brick.
those
Heat
splash
stroke.
mats. It's like a mat you have in the backyard, and
Yeah,
you just put like water in it, just like shoots the water like out the top of it. And all I do is Finn would just go running around the backyard, and I just lay on the fucking thing.
I'm so fucking keen to pop the slip and slide out again.
Yeah,
Sounds
just
good time.
slip and slide, or you get the reusable water balloons they've got now, where it's just like two little plastic cups that stick
Oh, yeah,
together,
I've seen
and you
those, yeah.
throw them at each other.
Alright.
So it's like a water balloon that you just walk up to the water, you close it over the water, and it has like a tennis ball sized bit of water, and you throw them at each other. You quickly pick it up, run back, grab another
Juice
bit.
plastic ray.
You've probably had this moment. I guarantee you've had this, where you're playing with your kids and you just have a moment where you kind of like jump back to your child and you're like, oh, I'm just a big kid playing with little kids. Let me finish.
Phrasing.
Crazy.
But you forget that you're an adult. And I had it last summer with Ava when we were playing on the water slide, and I was like, oh yeah, come on, jump up the back, I'll go down, this is sick. And then she's like, oh Daddy, you throw me. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Grab her, throw her as hard as I fucking can, and she just goes straight off the slip and slide on the grass, starts going towards the concrete. I'm like, oh fuck. Like,
stop?
oh, you're okay, come on, let's go again. She's like, ow, Dad. I'm like, no, you're fine, let's go. Being a parent is just gaslighting your kids.
Being a parent is the epitome of being a parent. Is when someone says to you, "Oh, aren't you being a bit rough?" And then you turn to them
he's
and
fine.
go, and then I turn to them and go, "It's only rough when you're here." And they go, "What do you mean?" It's just like, this is how we normally play.
Yeah.
So what did you have to bribe your daughter with to not tell her mother that you did that?
No, literally, the best way to deal with
Yeah.
any sort of
You're fine.
issue with a kid is gaslight them. Oh, you're right. No, come on. It's
'cause
just
if
a
you
scratch.
make a noise,
So-
they freak out.
Exactly.
So-
if you make a big deal of it.
I also work on the tally system. Finn gets me, I get him. No, so there's like there are
shitting my pants
situations.
to this day.
So no, I was in the kitchen cooking, and
Oh, you-
Finn threw his balloon up into the kitchen, and I turned around with a wooden spatula and like smacked it. Oh yeah, like keep you up here, hit the
Yeah.
balloon up. And then so what does Finn do? Opens the drawer, gets at him. I want to be like Dad. He's
Yeah.
got a wooden spoon and goes to hit it, and instead of hitting the balloon, just brings it right down in the center of my back, like really fucking hard. And I don't do the I'm in parenting mode. I'm like, I'm in just being hit in the back mode.
Yeah, yeah.
And I go, fuck! And Shelley's like, what happened? What happened? What happened? And I'm like, oh, Finn just smacked me in the back with the wooden spoon. And then she looks on the ground and Finn has broken the wooden spoon on my back.
Oh my
He
God.
has given me what parents used to do when I was younger. And he has belted me with a wooden
dude.
spoon.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Shelley's like, did that hurt? I'm like, yeah. And she turns me around.
it
There's
was a
a
breeze.
welt on my back in the shape of the wooden spoon. And she's like,
Was he cacking?
How's Finn?
How's his leg?
Finn okay?
Healed yet?
Finn,
Can he walk
When's he
again?
get the
Yeah,
cast?
fall.
When's he get the cast off?
no.
When is he allowed to
Tit for
drink?
tat, baby.
No,
break
Finn's
a spoon on your
just
head.
When is he off water and bread?
he's lost his light privileges, so he doesn't get any lights
Light
anymore.
privileges.
Like his white privilege.
It's lights out at dawn.
No, he doesn't have that.
He's lost his white
All right,
privilege.
Paul,
Yeah.
what's your best
I'm
dead
going with an
technology?
obscure one.
Okay.
But I think this is genuinely an amazing technology that we don't use anymore. It's a patented Disney technology, and it's their sodium vapor process. Yeah.
okay.
Buckle up, motherfuckers.
All right, I'm buckled.
Actually, we'll come back to it. We'll come back to
Okay,
it.
okay.
I'll explain. But basically,
I don't think we have time for you.
they were doing
Dasco.
green screen and chroma keying in the 50s without a computer.
Yeah, okay.
In
Interesting.
camera.
Interesting.
It's incredible.
But they had computers back then.
No.
Yeah. Turing made one.
No, he made one to fake another word. He didn't. Yeah, he
He
did.
made a computer. There we
He
go.
made a computer, but
Just
like,
read history.
Yeah, but they don't have After Effects.
You don't know that.
They were still building it.
You
They
don't
were
know.
the effects.
He would have had
We
he
weren't
not killed
past them
himself.
yet. Well, yeah,
That was his next project.
that's it. Don't be gay in the 40s.
Stop the Nazis. After Effects.
Yep.
Dasco.
Stop the Nazis. Adobe.
It's a good progression.
Oh, look, if I push this button, it automatically removes what I don't want from the photo.
I have defeated Hitler, but also look at what I can Photoshop.
Himmler, look at my new logo intro for my YouTube channel.
Oh my god.
You're still getting that
All I have to
random.
do is hit Alt F, and look, it automatically fixes everything that's wrong with the image.
Look at my quickscope.
Very good. Hey Dasco, what's your
Dasco,
pick?
yeah, what's yours?
Sorry, I'll drive the ship.
Physical MP3 players, just like this, just
People
like
singing?
No, like the MP, like just the MP3 players. Just like I was gonna go Discman, but they're coming back now for some unfucking known reason.
Yeah.
But
Vintage.
just like the iPod Nano, the iPod Touch,
Shuffle.
the
Yeah,
Shuffle,
okay, I get
even
it,
those
yeah, okay.
off-brand fucking ones you used to get from like Golo and
Dude, I
I had a
genuinely
Zune.
backed Zune. I thought Zune was going to make it.
Nah.
It did not make it.
yeah, I thought like, but Spotify is like fucking
Yeah.
destroyed that. Like, just it wasn't just when like now all phones have the ability to play
Well,
music.
there was that awkward period in technology where iPhones and like any sort of like smartphone was half and half.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, but we're not an iPod, but we're half an iPod. So you can
well-
still load your music up.
well, it
and then
was
they were just like,
just- It was like I think it was also
Screw it.
the amount of data storage that was available.
Yeah.
Because
I
like,
remember that being an
it was
issue,
either
yeah.
you can have something that could play your games,
Yep.
or you can load music onto it. But then you still had the iPod because you're like, I'm gonna leave this in my car.
Yeah.
This iPhone is worth like $3,000.
Yeah.
This is worth like $50. Like I don't
remember
care
that.
if someone steals that.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
it was a good time.
Yeah. Nice.
Liam,
My dead technology.
My dead turtle.
My dead technology
Jane
My
Dead.
dead turtle.
that I think is
Dun,
the
dun, dun.
best. And I not only used it beyond its expiry date.
Condoms.
Every now and then I do kind of
no, we have proof he doesn't use them.
yes.
They're not dead. Very useful.
Is the PSP.
Oh, I missed
I've
the
still got
PSP.
mine.
I've still got 3.
Oh, I never got one,
Why
and I
do you
was
have
jealous.
3?
I had the original. My brother got the Gen 2, and then I got the PS Vita, which was really fucking good.
I loved it because you could play
Right.
movies on it. And I'm
Yeah,
like, that's the
that's-
sickest
It was
thing.
like
Yeah.
it was like DVDs.
It's a portable
Yeah.
mini disc player.
The one thing that I really like is starting to make like a massive resurgence, and you can send them in. I'll give you a link to them if you want to do them in the future. If you give them your old console, they
Who's
mod
them,
it.
sorry?
So it's an, I don't want to. I don't want to say the name of the company because I'm probably getting it fucking wrong.
Is it your cousin's
Oh,
company?
no,
is,
no.
is that company that like they break the console down into segments like circuit board and
There's one. That's one of
Yeah.
them who does it. But the company takes your old console from you. They take the innards out of it, put a hard drive in it, and then the upgrades to make it so that the controllers will work with their new, like Bluetooth and wireless ones. But they'll load every single game emulated that is from that.
Right.
So you can get a SNES that has every single SNES game, a PlayStation
Yeah, wow.
1 that has all the PlayStation
Oh,
1
right.
games, Xbox original, all that kind of stuff.
I wish, because I know
How
they
much
did-
is one of these?
It's like it's a conversion that they do, and that's the thing is you've got to send them your physical thing. But the thing is though is you're getting your shell back,
Yeah.
but they're taking
Yeah.
all the inner parts and using them to repair because it's like their side hustle is making these.
Right.
So it's like I think it's the most thing that'll
illegal.
cost the most is the postage.
It
And it's
is
just them
illegal.
putting.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's
it
also
is
illegal.
very illegal.
Oh, yeah. So good, though.
No, allegedly.
I missed the, well, I haven't done it yet, but I remember Nintendo were at the stage of doing like, you know when they were doing like the like Super Nintendo, but it was like it was like a little thing, it was like a little
I've
Super
got
Nintendo.
one.
Yeah, but it was
Yeah.
all, and everyone's like, the second they do like the N64 version,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
so sick.
Well,
and
the
it's just-
N64's got the 4K upgrade coming out.
huh?
So they're bringing out a new. They're
That would
bringing
look
out a
shit.
new Nintendo 64, and it works with every single Nintendo 64 game. You put it in, and it upscales them to 4K.
That looked terrible.
That sounds like it'll look shit.
Like no, like I want to see what it's gonna like, what it's
Oh,
like, but it's
interesting.
actually a genuine product. You
I'd
can
rather
take your
just get it, like,
games.
put it on the Switch, be like, hey,
Yeah.
N64
That's the
collection.
reason why they've
Oh,
they
they've already
haven't
done
done it.
some, those
They've
kind
got
of
some,
things.
but they haven't got like,
Trying to.
yeah,
Yeah.
I want it all.
Because their licensing
I'll
has
get
ended
into
with a
it.
lot of it. Like
No, it's
the-
because they just can't be bothered.
no, like Banjo-Kazooie is owned by Rare. Rare's owned by Microsoft now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
I'd
actually
love
did
that.
nothing with that studio. They did fucking nothing.
Bandai
I
Namco.
knew Rare.
Oh,
There is a new Perfect Dark coming out,
Yeah,
but I don't
there
think it's
is,
going to
yeah.
be very good.
New.
No, I can't imagine. The 360 one was trash.
Yeah.
Absolute trash.
Did we all like Nuts and Bolts?
I liked it because it was Fortnite
I
Lego before
didn't
Fortnite
play.
Lego.
I liked Banjo, Kazooie, and Tooie. They were really, really good.
That's
Oh,
because they were meant to.
Yeah.
I didn't really like
actual-
Banjo
What the hell's
Tooie
Nuts and
though.
Bolts?
Banjo Kazooie 3.
On Xbox, it was
on the
shit. It was
Xbox.
so bad.
Imagine you were to take like Banjo Kazooie and the Lego Star Wars games, mix them together, and it's like Banjo Kazooie racing game, but you get to
It's a-
build the cars however you
too
want.
far ahead
It's
of
a
its
bad
time.
combo.
It was not good.
That sucks.
It was not. It was a real
The
shit.
one that I really want
Unlucky
them
guys.
to make a new one of is Conker. I would love a new
Conker's Bad Fur
Conkers.
Day.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, but I don't think
I
they'd
don't
do
think
it
they do it.
justice.
No.
No, just like,
Like they
just
wouldn't. Like it wouldn't be as
give me a
adult.
remaster of that. Fuck Horizon Zero Dawn
I
remaster
agree.
3. Give them a Demon Souls remake. Oh wait, they did that.
They did. It's very good.
What about Bloodborne?
They will never do that.
No. No.
If they did that, they would sell PS5s.
I
Yep.
want 4K Pod Racer.
You would.
Well, apparently they're doing that.
Isn't
Yeah,
that on
yeah,
P-
apparently.
that's what
That's on PC.
It's
Huh?
the pod racing game.
It's on PC.
Yeah.
The original one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on Steam.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
I'm
Yeah,
dead serious.
it
I,
is.
I own it.
Have they done? Has it better? Does it look good?
No, it looks exactly the same.
But no,
It's
the,
just-
No, I
the
don't
pod
want
racing,
just a
but the pod racing
Make it
Nintendo
good.
64 game is going to be you'll
Surely
be able
there'll
to
be a mod.
upscale that with
We'll talk to
4K.
talk to the guys who do Forza and be like, hey,
Yeah.
Give
Oh,
us-
that'd be fucking
give
great.
us
Talk to the
12K
guys
pod
who do
racing.
That'd be awesome.
Can you imagine that?
That'd be very fun.
Be sweet. And you can unlock
Yeah.
your pod. You can have a career mode. Oh my god, hang on. You could do a Forza Horizon, but it's Star Wars, and you're just on Tatooine, you're just ripping around in your pod, and you're like, hey, SA, we gonna race.
Hey, Saboba, fuck you.
There's a lot of races in Star Wars. I don't think there's Spanish.
there's always.
I'm just saying, if each of us had an idea like for a video game that would be remade today, I reckon that one would be pretty good. Fucking like, imagine 2K pod racing.
Oh,
Like, it's just
Just
you go,
give me
oh,
Need for
I'm just gonna
Speed,
get
but
a
pod
like
racing."
the card packs. Oh, I got a Quadranero. Oh, fuck yeah.
You play as a clone trooper,
I'm in.
and you're just
Making your way through the universe.
Coruscant police.
Oh, like
That's
an LA Coruscant Noir.
Oh,
mean-
yeah, that would actually be quite good.
Like, do you see how easy it is, though?
Imagine it like SWAT though. Like you're breaching,
Like Rainbow Six Siege, but you're a clone trooper.
but you're a clone trooper. Legit.
Well,
That'd be
that's just
fun
like
as
the
shit.
Republican Commando. I bought
Yeah,
that
yeah.
on fucking Xbox Live.
So good. Sorry, I'm still stuck on Siege.
Yeah.
That'd be so good.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be so good because you can have like little assassin droid.
Yep.
And that's like your Kavera.
Here's the thing. Imagine,
Yeah.
imagine Star Wars Battlefront meets Siege, where one side is the Republic, one is the Separatists, and you literally just got all the
Attack and
heroes
Defender.
are.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Be good.
I wouldn't
Ubisoft
say
do
let's
it?
look at the heroes, but if you just do the armies.
Yeah, just the
Oh
armies.
my god.
Oh yeah.
Can Ubisoft do it?
No,
Monty's just a B1.
we want to stay alive.
Oh. I'm nursing it.
fun.
I'm nursing it.
That'd
Send
be,
me.
that'd be good.
It'd be really fun.
That sounds amazing.
That sounds alright.
It'd be
Too
fun.
much Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, no,
Eh.
no, there's not.
well, no,
There
there's
is.
not-
Games.
Too much stuff.
There isn't.
They've just released a new one.
Yeah, they did that one with the thing with the
Outlaws.
vehicles that don't work,
Star Wars
Don't count
Outlaws.
that.
and the little bug, the little axolotl that with legs that walks around. And he's like, "Hey, hello, Mr. Stormtrooper," and he's like, "Boo, boo."
Axolotls do have legs. It's a cute little thing. It was just to sell merchandise.
Yeah, 100%.
Stranger reference.
That's like 80% Star
Yeah,
Wars.
fucking Disney.
Yeah, Ewoks ruined Star Wars.
Fuck Disney. Yeah. So maps.
What are we doing?
Talking about
Sorry.
maps.
Oh,
Holy
Dead
shit.
Tech.
Dead Tech.
Dead Tech, Star
Dead
Wars.
Tech, Star Wars, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Dead Tech.
So with the evolution and revolution of GPS and your phones and GPS in cars, basically no one has a physical map anymore. It's evolved.
What does GPS stand for?
Global Positioning Satellite.
you D&D physical map.
You know what? While we're here, James, I've been playing a lot of Silent Hill 2. There's a fuck ton of physical maps in that game.
Okay.
And he's like, you know what? I'm
Okay.
a draw on the map. Hey, this is the pin code to the locker.
Guess what? That was in the 70s.
Do you like driving?
That
do
was
you
no
like?
GPS then, cunt.
Do you like driving your car?
Your game's from the 70s. Fuck you.
Do you like your car?
Yeah.
It's got a fuel map.
Oh!
literally in your car.
Hey, I have a map on my son's bedroom floor. It is one of the ones, a map of a city, and I
those.
drive my Hot Wheels car around it. That is a map.
I have a friend and his name is Matt. Pretty close to the word map.
I feel like all of you cunts know what I mean. And it's none of your bullshit. None of your bullshit.
We're all sharing
This is-
one brain cell.
This has just turned into the regular show.
None of your bullshit. You know exactly what
No,
I
but
mean.
I
we got him
understand what
good.
you mean. I understand what you mean.
I don't.
Like where you're driving with your grandparents and you're like, where are we going? And then they go, just check in the glove box. There's the map, and you have to. And if you didn't open it the correct way,
Yeah.
you're
Falls
looking at a different part of the world.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
it's what?
And the
Wait,
gloves and a revolver. Grandpa, not that one. The center console. Center console.
why is there a set of bloody socks in here, Grandpa?
This is my fetish shit.
Fetish shit.
This is my tools. That's always Sunny reference.
I don't watch that.
I know.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So yeah, maps, they're just dead.
Dead
Just
maps.
dead.
In it.
Like the trees from which they are made, they are dead.
Yep. What if they were laminated though?
They're still dead trees, champ.
Well,
Teach us about sodium.
hey, okay, so Disney
Yeah,
developed
what
this
the
thing.
fuck is this sodium
Okay.
hydroxinate shit?
We're going to get a little scientific. Hear me out. Okay. So back when they were doing the best example of this is in Mary Poppins. The scene where they go into the cartoon world and they're dancing around with all the cartoon penguins and shit. She's wearing a lace hat. One of the hardest things that you can key out from a shot is transparent material. So you could never drink a glass of water on a green screen because you just can't key it out. It's impossible. What Disney did, and this is genuinely phenomenal, is they didn't do a blue screen. They didn't do a green screen. They used sodium vapor lights, which transmit light at like 598 nanometers. That was their wavelength. And they would light the back of their sets with this color. And the reason why this color works so well is it didn't share any traits with red, green, and blue. So you could wear, not red, green, what are the
Yellow.
Okay,
yellow? Yeah, the primary colors. So you could wear whatever you wanted, and it wouldn't affect the spill. It wouldn't affect anything. And then what they would do is they had this is where it gets real fucking clever. They had this cube, okay, and the cube was a beam splitter. And so they would record to two different cameras. They would record, the beam splitter would either negate the yellow sodium light, and so all you'd be left is just a perfect cutout of the actor and actresses. And then the other side was just the light. And so you would have what we call like a black matte.
Yeah.
And so then in post-processing, they just can line the two shots up. They can get whatever background they want, put it in between these layers, and then boom, you've got a perfect key. Now, the reason they never do this anymore is because there were only 3 of these cubes that were ever created. They were never able to be recreated,
Yeah, wow.
and Disney lost them.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
Why could they not be recreated?
Because the process is suddenly coming back to light. It's one of those ones where it's like technology is pretty good at this stage where
It's
like
like
volume has killed it basically.
Yeah.
But it was just one of those things. Like it was just a phenomenal technology, and they used it for years.
it's like when some dude finds the cure for cancer and then conveniently dies in a plane crash.
yes. Well, no, I think it was just
That
like.
would never
So
happen.
there was an interview. The guy said he was an on-set PA during the time when they were using this technology, and they said there always had to be 2 PAs watching this thing at all times. They'd retrieve them out of a vault. They had to like go on alternate lunches, go on alternate bathroom breaks. They could never leave these cubes alone. And I think like
So
there's
when
somewhere.
did
but
And
they-
then Stanley
So
Kubrick
when
took
did
it
they
to film the
leave it?
moon.
Maybe they
shit.
didn't lose them. I think it's just one of those ones they went under lock and key, and like the whole process just got forgotten.
Oh, I bet that's all the shit that Walt got buried with.
They're all 3 of them. Are buried.
me with all the cubes.
It's like when a Catholic dies. And
Give
you
me
put,
the Tesseract.
Oh, the Tesseract.
You know when a Catholic dies and they put coins on their eyes? It's just that, but the cubes.
Catholics?
I think it's Catholic.
That sounds like
I
an
remember they did it in
Egyptian thing.
Boondock
Yeah, but they
Saints.
put one on each of his eyes.
Is that Boondock?
Him and his third
Yeah.
eye.
Isn't that for
Egyptians?
the ferryman?
Yes. 2
Oh, hang on,
coppers.
no, but they did it in
There's definitely not a
Boondock
Ca-
Saints as
it
well,
doesn't-
though.
Were they
I
Catholics?
feel like they were Catholic.
Were they?
I don't know.
Roman
Doesn't
Catholic.
sound like a Catholic
talk
thing.
like they were Catholic.
Hey, you're a Catholic. You're a Catholic.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we kill you, are we putting coins on your
Do you
eyes?
want
No.
coins in the eyes, bro?
There we go. Not Catholic thing.
No, because
there
that
he is.
I'm not a Roman Catholic.
He's a Greek
Oh,
Catholic.
are you like a static Catholic, so you're not Roman?
No.
Oh,
I'm an
thank
Orthodox
you.
Jew. No.
You're not an Orthodox Jew. Your
He's an
family
unorthodox
Your
Jew.
family
No, my-
roamed
my
here,
half-
though.
Like 3/4 of my family is
jazz.
Orthodox.
Sometimes my
All
methods.
right. Maybe you should break the mold and just become.
No,
I don't know, a Hindu.
I was
You
brought
should
up.
be a Hindu.
I was brought up in a faith that, like, I believe that my faith is completely different to a lot of people with different faith. I think that the Day of the Dead is the best form of faith.
I like that style.
So, as in, like,
The
the
Latin
only
American
yes,
the muerte.
Spanish.
Right.
yeah. So they was.
What do you think Latin American is,
I
cunt?
missed the Latin bit. Sorry, I thought you said American.
So, like, essentially, like, when you die,
It's
the
also
only
not
way,
Spanish.
The only way you can,
It's
like,
kind of Spanish.
It's
like-
not. It's from the fucking South American countries.
What do they speak in Mexico?
Oh my god, that's just because the Spanish fucked them. That's not.
Oh,
yeah,
name a
fuck
country
you.
they haven't.
England,
Well, okay, yep. Fair.
Japan.
Game recognized game.
so in their
Touche.
in their faith, when you die, the only way you can stay in the afterlife is if people remember you. So it's like the whole telling of stories of ones that have been
Yeah,
lost,
I
all
do
that
like
kind
that.
of stuff.
Like Egyptians.
And so it's like if someone dies, then the only way to keep their
It's the
memory
second
living.
death. Egyptians have the same thing.
Yeah.
The first death and the second death.
It's
And
like,
so-
it's like I always say, I'm pretty much Hispanic because I've seen Coco like 6 times.
I feel ya.
I've watched
Wait,
the
so you're
beginning.
Italian and Latin American?
I'm not Italian.
Yeah, you married an Italian. You're Italian.
I've watched the
You
beginning
know what
of
they say?
Spectre
You
a
are what
lot.
you eat.
I eat pizza.
I was pointing to the fact that you eat your wife out, you clean your
Why
plate.
is
Same.
Is it salty like pepperoni?
Do you want me to tell you the consistency of my wife's pussy?
I was talking about the
Ask him.
pepperoni.
What's I want give me the smell, the taste, the texture, the mouthfeel.
Tell me about icons.
You know, what is it? Is it boils?
Salinity?
Boils
Yeah,
like
yeah,
four, like the
The
four.
8 characteristics of a good
Yeah.
pizza. Yeah. Mouthfeel, consistency, crust.
Oh, I can't.
Baby, you got a good crust on you today.
Is that a semolina?
Or is that talc?
It's spicy today. You must have a UTI.
Is that thrush?
Oh.
We're going deep.
How long has this stove been
We know
proofing?
you don't.
Sourdough.
Tell me about iPods.
Oh, MP3 players.
Tell me about your wife's pussy.
No,
I
so
want to know.
Hey, screw iPods.
the problem with the main thing that is missing from MP3 players and everything like that is on your phone. At any point, you can just stream the music to your phone. Like you've got every single song that's known to man. You can get it on your phone. Like when it came to your iPod and everything like that, you had a limited space on your device. So you're like, I'm going to chuck the new Muse album on. I'm going to chuck the new Linkin Park album on.
Cut my
I'll
life.
get a couple of Ed Sheeran songs on there.
I like more bands than Ed Sheeran.
I was just making
yeah.
reference back
I
to
understood.
Let's be real.
but you had like say you had like a 25 gig iPod. You had to select.
You would be a rich fucker.
Yeah,
I was gonna
exactly.
say.
Yeah,
You had to
I got my 512 megabyte iPod.
yeah, and it's you got to choose what songs you wanted on there. And then when I had my Motorola Razr, the flip phone, you could had enough storage on that for the SD card to go in that, but you could only have a certain number of fucking tracks on that. And mine had like the camo print on it and everything like that, the
yeah.
interchangeable
Oh,
outer
sick,
plate.
dude,
But no,
yeah.
like the MP3 player was like. Whenever you're hanging with your friends, it's like, oh, hey Liam, what are you listening to? It's like,
Fuck that.
Avenged
That
Sevenfold.
conversation always
Like,
fucking freaked me out.
Yeah.
Because I listen to some weird shit.
well, mine was just like,
Like
oh,
what,
what do you?
Liam? What did you listen to?
What am I listening to recently?
Straight polka.
One of the people at work are leaving because they've been promoted. They're leaving to a different site. Some of the girls are very emotional, so I've been listening on repeat to "Goodbye" by Bo Burnham, and I played it on the speaker, and one of the girls cried, which is not good.
So wait, so teenage angst, Liam. What was
Marilyn
your
Manson.
What Marilyn Manson?
Oh, okay.
yeah,
So like I'm talking like
Marilyn
Chalk,
Manson,
Suey,
Disturbed,
Blink 182,
System of a
Disturbed,
Down,
Korn,
yeah.
Slipknot.
Children of
was me.
Bodom.
Oh,
That
Avenged
was me.
Sevenfold.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Breaking Benjamin.
No.
You didn't like Breaking Benjamin?
Oh,
No,
what was
he
it?
strikes me as a big
Bullets for
Papa
My
Roach guy.
Valentine. Bullets for My Valentine was another one on there.
Oh my god.
AMI.
Evanescence.
Um,
Oh, friggin' yellow
You're a big
card.
short stack guy, aren't you?
Fuck off.
You don't like short
I will
stack?
skin you.
what about this one? It's just a song.
Melbourne-based band Short
It's
Stack.
a song.
I hate
It's a song. It's just a song about ping pong. Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
What about
He's a big Weezer
think
guy.
about your planets?
my planets.
Yeah.
What am I
Short
listening
Stack.
to? Oh, the theme song from America's Funny Song Videos. It's just Scar.
Yeah.
Oh,
Give me
Scar.
some real big fish.
No, but like everyone, like in our generation, it's the same kind of bands, like Marilyn Manson, all that kind of stuff. Like your parents, like, what are you listening to? It's like, oh, this guy, he took out his bottom ribs to suck his own dick. Like,
Yeah.
Man,
I
everyone
literally
heard
didn't
that.
start listening to music properly until I was like 20.
my go-to was
That's valid.
Tiesto. I love
Yeah,
Tiesto.
Tiesto, yeah.
Finished studying.
Yeah. My
I wasn't allowed
like,
music in my house.
my music list was very much like that kind of heavy metal. But then you'd scroll down and it'd be like fucking Daft Punk.
Yeah.
Which didn't fit the rest of it. And then I'd go even further and be like, hey, and then you know
'Cause-
what? Rock Lobster.
No, because there's what I like to call it is like you have mine was set up so that all of the like the show pieces, whenever someone's like, oh hey, what have you got on your iPod? It's like the first like 10 folders are just
Yeah.
things that everyone's like, oh cool, like yeah, Disturbed, all this other kinds of stuff. Oh, you've got a bit of Rammstein, that's really cool.
fucking
A
love
bit of
Rammstein back in the day.
T-Rex,
Holy
all this
shit.
kind of
I
stuff.
want to go with one of their shows
I
because
would
they look.
love to.
It
Because
is-
I
it would
really
be
want to be definitely
rated like
get sunburned
I would
too.
put that
Yeah.
their top 2 concerts I've ever been to.
Rammstein.
Rammstein was
Fuck,
probably
that-
number 2.
Seems like such
What
a
was
time.
number one?
Yeah.
Skrillex.
Prodigy.
Oh,
That'd be
There
sick.
was-
Wow. You know.
Actually,
Not
so Prodigy would be number because I was at Played Alive.
Oh, yeah.
So Daft Punk and that kind of stuff, huh?
what happened
What?
to Prodigy?
The lead singer's dead.
He's
Did
dead.
you not know that?
Oh,
But now
God
they
smacked his bitch up.
wow.
and he
Oh, he didn't live up to his
OD'd.
band's name then.
But it was Rammstein is a very thematic performance.
Oh,
like
yeah.
when they
Oh, yeah, 100%.
during Fire to Fire, he was like riding on a giant dick, shooting
Oh, it's so
foam onto the crowd.
Yeah.
I can't hear
during-
that song and not think of Triple X.
They're such a they're a big production.
Their newest show is
like
You know
the.
also who has big productions? Taylor Swift.
Your mom?
Have you
Eras
seen?
Tour?
Yeah, the Eras Tour.
I can't
That
get over the
production.
fucking conspiracy theories that she wore red, orange on this day, yellow, blue on this day. She hasn't ever worn the same color at the same show, but then when she does, it signifies that she's going to announce her next stadium tour and all this other kinds of stuff.
This is all stuff that you can talk to your friends about at
Yeah,
work.
so a couple of the girls at work are massive Swifties, and they were telling me about there's some weird community app where you can predict what outfit she's going to wear for her next concert tour, and if you get them right, they send you like prizes and
Correct.
shit.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
it was such a weird rabbit hole to go down about how well, okay,
Have you won yet?
no,
She might wear red.
it's
no.
so like crazy involved fan base. It's wild.
But
Can't
like
relate at all.
the MB3, to last thing I'll say is the tactile feel of the
Yeah.
wheel.
Yeah,
And then when you
I
had
missed that.
the game, what was like the Pong that was on it, and you had like
and it was this, like the
yeah, you had to do that. And then like
Good
audio
when they had the original one, it was just like the 2-tone screen, and then they brought out the color one that you could actually see the physical album cover, and it would like swipe through them all on the top of it. Then you had the little Nano, you had the little tiny Dicky one that only the grandmothers ever bought. That was just like
yeah.
you had nothing besides
This one's for running.
yeah.
Well, it was like the Shuffle V2 though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like just like fucking
man,
this
I
big.
remember breaking mine because I fell down some stairs and it was in my back pocket. And then I bought the iPod Touch and it was sick because I'm like,
Yeah, I had
yeah.
one of those, yeah.
and then you could like buy episodes of TV off
Yep.
iTunes. And it was great.
I had
like
an
a
iPod
whole
Touch.
I had like a whole season of Doctor Who.
I had an iPod Touch, and that made me fail religion because I jailbroke it. And then I was playing Pokemon Fire Red on it.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it was a fucking great time.
I remember-
How did that make you fail religion?
Oh, because
Wasn't
the
focusing.
teacher was really fucking stupid and didn't look at the class when she was actually doing anything. So she would look exclusively at the board when she's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is what we're doing. And she wouldn't turn and look at the class. So I would just play Fire Red the whole class.
Oh, right. Okay.
Sick.
For some reason, I thought that she saw it and I was like, oh, you're cheating in religion.
She was...
You're Googling Judaism.
She was incredibly slow because I remember one of the things that we did, because I sat up the back, was the computer up the back was tied to the projector that she would always use. But she couldn't process the information that the computer was what was causing on the screen to happen. So I would just click out of the slideshow and she would always be like, oh, I'm going to have to call the IT guy. I don't know what's going on. And every single time I'd just be like, yeah, it's crazy, miss. I don't know.
Have you seen those ones? Which I don't know what the program
So
is
this
or
is why
how
you
they've
don't
done it.
understand other religions.
No, I understand.
Do you?
It was like a class, and the guy had like a screen. He had like, I don't know how he did it. He had a snapshot of like every monitor in the class, and he then just like had this photo, and they were filming their other mate, and then he just dragged, it was like, I think it was a photo of Harambe, and he just like dragged his photo over the guy's desktop, and the guy's like, whoa, but like he'd scaled it so big that it was just like eyes. The guy was like, and he just kept hitting people in class. Like, how are you doing this?
There's
remember,
really a lot
like,
of hacking stuff at our school.
At the end of school, like when I was in my HSC, they were starting to implement those smart boards. And
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah.
same problem. She just kept having, because she thought the smart board was the computer. So she'd have the IT guy come in every class, turn the computer on, set the smart board up while she's just, I don't know, fucking reading Bible. And then she would like then press it. She's like, oh, this is working fantastically. But I would just in the back of the class click the thing that would make it turn into like a marker. And then she'd just start clicking it and then click to a second point and a red line would appear from where she pointed. She's like, oh, it's fucking broken again.
See,
Have you considered not bullying an old woman?
No, I'm pretty sure she
funny.
quit too.
see, I love when you get the
We made
the,
someone quit at our school.
the extreme sides of teaching, or the ones that just like don't get with the times, and you got the ones that are just way ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
So in year 12, because I did art for my year 12 like final thing, I had to do the project and everything like that, and it was when iPhones were starting to like become more prevalent and all this other kinds of shit. The teacher turned the part of the class where you would paint and draw and everything like that into a Faraday cage. He got copper wiring and put it
That's
in the
cool.
roof, in the walls, so that when you enter the room, your phone wouldn't get any reception.
Oh, that's cool.
So you
Also
walk in
illegal.
there. It is
Wait,
100% illegal.
When was this?
This was in
1945.
2009, 2010.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
First iPhone was
2008.
2008, yeah.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
That's cool.
So he made a Faraday cage.
Yeah, he literally made a Faraday cage. Like got
Yeah,
the
that's
wiring in the
very
roof and
logical.
everything like that, because
wild.
the thing that everyone was doing on the iPhone 2?
Would have been two. If it was 2009,
Yeah.
because you graduated 09, no?
Yes.
So it would have been 2009.
Yeah.
There's no
And-
way in
No,
hell
he was
kids are
ex-
getting
he
the
was
iPhone 1.
expelled. In
No,
2009.
I went to St. Francis Xavier and their kids
so
were
that's-
fucking...
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, they were like kids with the fucking clamshell fucking MacBooks, bringing them to
Yeah.
class and all that kind of shit. Oh, I've got Photoshop already installed on this teacher. I don't need to go into the back room
Yeah.
and do it. I can do it right here.
Oh man, the day that I remember a time I was at uni, and this like word went around that some dude had a cracked version of Adobe CS5, and we genuinely just spent like the next hour of just like just getting it.
I used to love
So good.
how easy it was to get fucking crack shit.
So good.
Like you go,
Allegedly.
well, no, it's not allegedly
Allegedly.
anymore. Fucking fuck that shit.
illegal,
Fucking
allegedly.
statute of limitations,
Let's
cunt.
not encourage people to
No,
commit
well, no,
crimes.
it's
No,
so
don't-
fucking
don't
hard to
steal
do it now.
software.
Don't create
Especially-
a Faraday cage in your house.
No, in Australia, it's really fucking hard to like. No one can learn this shit anymore.
And we shouldn't do it just because we live in a digital age and there's absolutely no
no,
reason
I
why
like it.
we should get a delayed
new
movie.
Patreon
Literally
episode.
talking.
no, it's just like the fact.
Middle of a fucking point, but that's cool.
What?
No, keep going. Say your shit. No, go on. No, go on.
New Patreon episode. Tasco tells us how to do illegal things.
No, it's just like
It's so easy.
no, but no.
Allegedly.
The thing is though is that everything is becoming so fucking expensive, and then they try and cut you
yeah.
off at the legs. Like the moment you go to a website to watch something for free, like, and then all of a sudden, like you go back there 2 days later, that's been shut down. Then you have to go and pay for a fucking VPN to switch you to another country, so you can fucking just look at websites to try and book a pirate ship for yourself. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like back when I was younger, I was like, oh, I want to get the new Photoshop. All I got to do is just go to fucking 4chan, and some dudes put up a fucking
LimeWire, pull it up.
Yeah,
Ah,
and-
shit, the computer's fucked.
Yeah.
No, and then all of a
Unprotected
sudden,
sex with the internet.
you became the
Why
ultimate
is
person.
why is this CS5 program only 3 kilobytes?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's his zip file?
My favorite song is now.
So wait, what was your porn folder's name?
I didn't have one.
Fuck off, you didn't.
Didn't have one.
Did you have a porn folder?
What, when I was a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what it was called?
What?
Games.
This really like highlights who I am.
Liam's porn
System
folder.
32.
Of
Mine
course
was
it
Win VXL.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. And my parents, because I was the techie in the house, they didn't want to fucking open it because anything that had
Can you
dot
get your
VXL.
fucking pythons off me? Jesus, cut your nails.
No, but it's just like the annoying shit is that they're like, oh, they'll go out of their way to fucking destroy you and your family and your lineage. Now, if you're caught like cracking shit or
No.
downloading shit,
No, nothing happens. Ever since the Dallas Buyers Club case, you can allegedly pirate away and they can do shit to
Oh,
you. They
I can-
cannot touch you.
I can get fucking touched pretty bad.
Can
We
you?
know, we've met your dad.
I've had my computer,
Allegedly.
I've had my computer taken and audited 4 times.
What do you mean?
Why?
Because I use my computer and the music and everything like that and playing the music at events.
Oh, it's because you got
So-
a business.
I know, but before I literally I have to license all the songs I play.
Yeah,
so
wow.
at the end of the year, all the metadata gets sent through to this company, and then it tells me how many times I've played each song, and then I get a certain fee that comes back to me. So the more events I do, the more money I have to pay,
That
and all
makes
that kind of
sense,
stuff. But if I get caught with unlicensed music, how much do you think it is per offense?
$18,000.
$20.
Correct.
Jesus Christ.
And guess how much music I have on my computer?
At more than $18,000 worth.
I have 6.8 terabytes of music
Oh
on my
God.
computer.
Are you the
Allegedly he does.
Allegedly.
Are you the friggin' AI fighter plane from Stealth? You know
Yes.
the video? It's like he's downloading
Yes.
music. What songs? All of them.
No, well, it's really fun because I get to pay
Oh, I was
myself every
confused with
Thursday to
Broken
sit down
Arrow.
and
I'm
listen
like,
to all the
fucking
new
hell.
music and then download it and go, oh, is this one going to be played? And then it has like the flow data that tells you how
Cute.
often it's been played around the world and all this other kinds of shit.
Alright, tell me about PSP.
Oh my
go on,
God,
buddy.
that's right. That's what we're doing.
So the PlayStation Portable was Sony's breach into the mobile gaming sphere that was pioneered kind of by Game Boy. Around the time that the PSP came out, Game Boy was on the way out. I think it was moving into like the DS way of things, but I think the main reason it was such a step forward was DS graphically was a bit shit. PSP also had a very niche hold on the market, which a lot of people didn't realize. It had access to the PlayStation Store.
Wasn't it around the SP times? Like there was the.
I think it was after.
No, it was
I think
after.
it was
after
DS.
that?
It was
Yeah,
after
it was
SP.
definitely
Yeah,
after
right.
By a
SP.
lot.
Okay.
But the uniqueness of the PSP, it was able to play movies. You were able to fully browse the internet as like a normal computer.
What
It was
were you
awesome.
using it
It's such
for?
a sick
I watched
motion.
so much porn on the PSP.
It was- and
One of
the
the P's
easiest,
just stood for porn.
the funniest thing about the PSP,
Porn
you
section.
you didn't even
Porn,
have to
spunking,
close
porn.
all of the things.
Yep.
All you had to do is just drag them into
Yep.
a little separate thing. So
Yep.
your mum's like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm just, "Oh, just on the internet, mum. I'm just like looking up stuff." And she's like, "Oh, okay." And then when she left, she's just like, "Cyber goes, oh, look at them honky
Yeah.
donkeys."
So
Yeah, it was the Sony Play Some Porn.
the cool thing that I don't think we put enough value in now, I think PSP was the first mobile device to have tabs. Which is crazy.
They developed the tab system.
Yeah. So you could flick in, flick out.
Whoa.
What were you
Shit.
flicking out of? Granny.
It's a lot of porn. I'm not going to hide it. I was watching a fuck ton of porn.
And it was just so good because it was portable. You could take it to
Can't
the
wait.
Yeah,
bathroom.
and I was
Yeah,
that
you can have a
kid
wank
too.
in the woods.
I
And
was
the-
that kid too. Went to a mate's place and I was like, dude, look at this shit. Like I can look at
And you know what
anything,
the
man.
funniest thing is?
Never
You
done
could-
that with
you could-
someone.
You didn't even have to
Yeah.
have an internet connection. You could just get one of the movies that had porn scenes in it, and you could just fucking load the cut
Oh
up.
man, that one scene from Wedding Crashers too many times.
Ooh, was she landing on the bed?
Yep.
Yep.
Titanic.
Yep, beautiful. Well, I remember very
okay.
specifically. This is really awkward, but I remember I left the PSP unlocked, and I had gone to bed. And I remember waking up to my dad, and he was looking at the PSP when I woke up, and I was like, "Oh no!" And he's just gone, "Hey, never again." And I was like, "Fair enough."
Now, how long did the Never Again last?
Fucking 2 days.
3 minutes.
Like, nothing sends more fear than just that.
Yeah, like it was. There was no like anger. There was nothing. No tone. Just hey, no.
Yep.
Okay, sorry. Yep, you're right.
My dad was just like, hide it better. That was all. That's all he said to me. No, because he had the concept of like, whatever I say is not going to stop you. If I tell you not to do it, it's going to make you do more. He just goes, hide it better.
I like to think that Graham's also telling you that after he's got like post-nut clarity. He's like, what's even the good? Holy shit. Hang on a minute. 5 minutes later, I was like, all right.
The problem is he probably at that moment learnt that his son's into exactly the same stuff as he is.
He's
And
busty
he's just
sluts,
wanted to
eh?
be like,
No, because like I felt sorry because like all the generations before I had like go to like a shopping center, try and sneak one page out of a fucking porn mag or find a VHS and then all that kind of shit. And all I had to do was just go www.newgrounds.com
Yeah.
and there was fucking
Yeah.
all the porn games in the fucking world you could possibly ever
was
think
wild.
of. And there was one where you could sneak it away via playing like the Tetris, but every time you got to a certain point value, you could hit the bonus and it would bring up like a porn picture, and then you could just go, okay, that's the end of that bonus, and just go back to playing Tetris
oh
again.
my god.
But one of the main things I was going to bring up when you were talking about the Nintendo 64, one of the main things that I personally loved about the PSP was in the PlayStation Store, you could buy PS1 games.
Sick.
And they work flawlessly on the PSP.
Yeah.
Loved that. The later iterations of the PSP, I don't know if you'd let me count it, but the later iterations had one-to-one with the consoles. So you could remote play on the PSP for a PS3.
I remember hearing people playing, they
okay.
could play Destiny 1
Yep.
on there.
I remember playing
I think it was the Vita.
Infamous Second Son on the toilet. And that was probably
shit,
like
right.
crazy to me.
There's a podcast that James and I used to listen to, and one of the guys on there, he said he was playing Destiny at a party.
Yeah.
But no, it was wild. Yeah, it was a good time. The Vita got like no sales, and that's why the technology is dead.
I think it's the same thing. I think it's the same thing as the Wii U. I think they just marketed it wrong.
100%. Because
they
before
named
that,
it-
they had the PSP Go.
Yes.
And that was really shit. And then they named the next one PS Vita, which was just too similar.
It wasn't right. And yeah, same with the Wii U. If they call it literally anything else,
Yep.
it could have just been an absolute dominant
Yep.
force. It could have. I mean, to be fair, if you really look at it, the PSP and the Vita is just a Gen 1 Switch.
Yep.
It's
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like
yeah.
now the other thing is the smartphone has just replaced the Vita again. Like the
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You can do the streaming the games from your Steam to your phone,
yeah.
Xbox to your phone.
I remember being absolute. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can do it.
What do you mean? What?
You didn't know this?
No.
You
What do
can
mean?
stream.
From where? We'll talk afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like access to this, please.
Well, the
My job is
Xbox One
boring.
Xbox One's an app.
Yeah.
Cool.
You can just literally, you can cloud game on your fucking phone. You can connect a Xbox controller to your phone via Bluetooth.
You know that you can stream a game on that computer. Say if you have a laptop out there, you can stream from there to there. You know that, yeah?
Yeah.
You do know that, yeah? I do that all the time.
Hey,
did
Paul.
not know that.
Hey, Paul. You can get porn on your phone.
Stop.
I know. Oh, you don't even
So,
need to
do
do
you
that.
know what also is really, really fun? If you have a fucking VR,
I don't.
you can
Yeah.
connect your Steam to your thing, sit on the couch, watching the TV, and you could be playing your Steam on your computer from that.
It's wild.
We're talking after this.
Yeah.
So everything, that's why Xbox has thrown the console, because they're like, the consoles aren't there anymore. You can just
Yeah.
play it on any screen.
Yeah, they went hard into cloud. Hey,
Well, you can
they
play it on
realized the console wars are stupid.
the Fire Stick. You can
lost.
play it on it now.
Steam Cloud is pretty fucking good.
Also, the Steam Deck, I fucking played one the
so
other day.
expensive.
So
Yeah.
expensive, but
Like
fuck me, is
a
it
grand.
fun?
Yeah, right.
Fucking just every single game that's on Steam, you can just fucking.
Oh
instead
yeah. One of the main things I've been doing with Steam Cloud, because I've got a laptop next to my TV, it's plugged in. What I will do is have a controller, hook it up to big picture mode on Steam, stream the game from my computer in the other room, play Cyberpunk in my family room
Yeah.
in 4K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's fucking flawless. Love it. What was I talking about?
Paul's world's just been like,
I know.
we just Matrix 2'd him again.
Oh, yeah. More technology about the PSP. I didn't find this out until I actually owned one. You can use it as a controller for a PlayStation 4.
I did know that.
Yeah, which is so weird.
Random.
Yeah, there's a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, it's just crazy. Like, it was very advanced for its time. And
Yeah.
then just kind of got Sony'd.
Yeah.
Well, Sony's about
does
to do
have
that
one.
with their fucking
You mean they had a-
Vision thing they've got as
The
well.
Vision
yeah,
Pro.
yeah.
You mean Sony had an asset that they just wasted?
Yes.
That's crazy.
No. Sony
Well,
can't do
look,
that.
So weird.
let's be honest. Those companies tend to do that a lot. How many Game Boys we got now?
Those
All
companies.
companies are going fucking stupid.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
no, well, just like,
Microsoft's really good at buying IPs and then just killing the studio.
Saying they won't though.
and then
Oh,
Sony's...
yeah. No, we won't. All right, bye, Respawn.
Bye. Bye.
No, but then like Sony's still doing the thing where they won't give what the
Oh, no.
customer wants.
Bye, Bondi.
I am in no way loyal to a video game company.
See, the
Nor
thing is,
should you, which is weird though.
No, it's a like an age, not generation. It's an age thing. Once you get to the point where you have adult money, you don't give a shit about whether it's
yeah.
Sony, Xbox, or anything like that. It's just the demographic of 16 and under is like that's what's fueling
Yeah.
the console wars.
I think it's changed. I think back in like, let's say if we were adults back in like when we were kids,
I would have all of them.
Well, you would, but also
Yeah,
like
true.
anything Blizzard came out with, anything that Valve came out with, you just know, like at
Peak.
that time,
Yeah.
those two names are associated
Oh, yeah.
with very good
Oh, yeah,
content.
absolutely.
No, like-
Nowadays, doesn't fucking matter.
No, well, what
no
I'm
one
saying
is.
is
No
that
one's
when we
good.
were younger,
Well, Valve's
were you
still good.
team PlayStation, team Xbox?
I was always a PlayStation kid.
Xbox.
See, when you're younger and you don't have the disposable income of
Yeah.
an adult. In my house, I have a PlayStation, an Xbox, and a Switch, and a computer,
Yeah.
and a fucking VR because I'm just like, I don't really give a fuck whether it's
Yeah, no,
Sony,
absolutely.
Xbox. I just want to play a game. I've been playing one called Peglin at the moment, which is just
fuck is that?
a little goblin that you have to play like pachinko and
yeah.
knock people out. And I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. I just want to see shit that I haven't
You
seen
should
before.
check out
Yeah.
Farming Simulator.
I've played it.
Thumbing Simulator.
Do you know what? You should really check out? Stardew Valley just dropped a new update. It's fucking great.
Stardew.
Yeah, Stardew Valley.
All right, I think we're going to wrap up.
Yeah.
Paul, any last things about your cube?
I just think it's a phenomenal process that just got lost to time. And if they had like publicly released it, then I think movies that came from the 50s to the 80s would have been just completely different.
True.
Yep.
Dasco, any last words about your
Who's Sam
input
Wickedy?
throughs?
No, I just think that the iPod really made everyone unify on music tastes. You could find your friend group via an iPod and go like, what's your top listen to artist, that kind of shit. Well, no, because you couldn't.
That
you
was
could-
definitely what Steve Jobs wanted.
no, well, it was just like all of your friends you went to school with. You had a unified music taste.
You know
Like-
what? And I think the younger generation won't get to experience this.
God,
But
we're old.
yeah, I know. Do you all remember there was that one unique thing that would happen when we were kids with an iPod where you would share an earphone with
Yeah.
someone
Oh,
else?
yeah.
That will never happen
Because
again.
they've all just got the fucking
Yep.
little Bluetooth
It will
like
never
headphones. They're just
happen
like,
again.
Then
Well,
they just go
phones
like
don't have
this.
jacks.
They just go like this.
true.
They just go tap the phone. Oh, yep,
Yep.
you can listen to it.
Yep.
And then
Yeah.
there's no like you can't get close to a girl and get her to listen
Yeah, that's
to.
exactly what I was
Yeah.
thinking of. Yeah,
And
just
it's
like, oh, hey, listen to this.
You don't share, you share buds with someone.
Oh,
else.
sorry, it's a short cord. I have to rub shoulders against
Sorry.
you.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I know what's happening.
Nose starts bleeding. No, but you're sitting on the bus ride home. You've got like 5 different people listening to fucking 7 different fucking
Well, do you remember
songs.
that thing where you could buy? It was like a 10-in-1. So like,
Yeah.
you had one
Oh,
feeder
yeah.
iPod and then everyone
Yeah.
could plug in on like a bus trip.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then you had like the independent, like the really fucking stupid ass fucking wide charge cable the first
Yeah.
iPods had,
Oh,
where it was
yeah.
Oh,
like
yeah.
It's
that.
like a 28 pin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. All right, any last comments about PSPs?
Just fucking peak, isn't it?
Well, no.
It was really good. I would say a lot of the games on it are very underrated. All the God of War games in the PSP were later transitioned into the consoles, just because I think they realized that story-wise they are pretty fucking significant. A lot of great shit on that. Metal Gear Solid was on that. I played the fuck out of that with my brother. He really did not like playing it with me because I would pop up on that crow's nest and pop him in the head every time he spawned. Good
That
times.
sounds
My
about
go-to
right.
was Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Oh, fuck, so good.
Galactic
So
Conquest.
good.
Great game.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. I didn't have a PSP, but it was a
That's
great
right.
game.
No, but like
Loved it.
That was
So
like
good.
the main reason why I picked it was like
trying to think of what else I had, dude. I can't remember.
Any last words
Those
on
shitty discs.
maths?
What do we have some PSP games? I can't remember.
You just don't
Katamari
have them anymore.
Damacy.
Maps
Oh
are just-
yes. Sorry,
What?
I fucking loved Katamari.
Oh, right.
The
No.
fish people?
No, it's such a stupid
it's like the
Japanese
ball
game.
you would roll and you
Right,
pick up
Paul,
shit.
Who are you voting for?
For the best technology?
Who? Yeah, the same thing we've done for the last 50 episodes.
I'm gonna go with the PSP.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see what Manhunt 2.
Does
What?
go.
It was banned in Australia. PSP.
Wow.
Liam?
I am 100% going with an iPod.
Oh.
I
Sorry.
am also going with the iPod.
Oh.
Nah, typical.
I think we'll have to put this to the
Need for Speed
video.
Most Wanted.
You guys don't get it.
Oh, come.
That was a good game, though.
Oh, no. The best part about it was that you would just, even if you didn't have a fucking game to play, you were just sitting there listening to the soundtrack because the soundtrack would just play
Yep.
through the main menu. And it had the headphone jack and it would fit in your fucking
I
pocket.
forgot about that. You could literally just move to MP3. It'll be like, it's now the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Dasko, who do you think was fucking around?
Oh, that was a shit game.
I was lost in the convo tonight.
got
I
lost
think,
again.
I think it was great, but I don't really know. Like,
Want my PSP.
I think everyone was being just as
Liam's
tangity as everyone. Everyone was throwing random shit around. No one was really doing like.
There was a lot happening.
There was a lot happening. Like it took us like fucking half an hour just to get through all everyone's choices.
It's crazy
Yeah,
that talking about old tech makes us go down memory
Crazy,
lane.
dude.
It was so
Yeah.
weird.
I would love to just go on a nostalgia train for 3.5 hours. That'd be
Pretty
great.
much did tonight.
I'll pick Liam. He has the highest ratio.
Wow.
Liam,
Oh,
get reassured.
Star Wars Force Unleashed.
Okay, that's your choice.
focus.
Oh, no, it was one of those games. Sorry.
Focus. We're done.
Force Unleashed in every platform was completely different.
Him? Are you choosing him?
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys know that Force Unleashed...
What's it doing?
I'm also choosing him.
Let's do a
But
fucking
keep
go.
going.
Fair enough. I completely understand. You're fucking wrong. But Force Unleashed, I don't know if you know this little tidbit of information. Every console...
When Vigo kicks the helmet.
No. Every console for Force Unleashed had a different development team.
Huh?
Yep. So
That makes no sense.
Xbox and PlayStation had the same one.
Yeah.
As well as PC, but that was released at a later date.
Okay.
But the Wii version was completely different.
Yeah.
The portable version was completely different. The DS version was completely different. Go and have a look. They play and look completely different.
Ugh.
Anyway, I'm voting for James.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Oh shit.
All right. Everyone chuck it in the middle. And 1, 2, 3, flip.
Yeah.
Oh.
it was me, baby. Had some good ones. Wrong book.
Just for Dasko in the future, keeping score on this, it was a draw on the topic, and Paul was successful.
Yes. I had to wink at every player. I did.
You did.
Oh, okay.
I did. I had to make an animal noise, cash cow at the beginning.
True.
Yeah.
True.
And I had to steer the topic towards serial killers. And we had a lovely conversation about Tylenol poisoning.
Yep.
Oh, you baited him.
But I fired quick.
Yep.
I got it done in the first 10
Yeah, no,
minutes.
fair.
And then
Yep.
off we went.
That's probably why.
You
you
That's the new meta.
You literally went down like, how many people accidentally would make you a serial killer?
Yeah.
And then James bit on hook,
Yep.
line, and sinker.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, I'm
nice.
sorry. I like to talk.
No,
I know.
that's
Well,
not
it was great. It was great.
Gave it to him. God damn you, Bernice.
So, do we want to promote anything? What do we all got going on?
It's your baby, man.
I'm asking you.
I'm just.
It's my baby.
I did the last one. I've already done my shit.
Oh, okay. Dasko, do you want to promote anything? What are you up to?
He just... God.
Deflects.
Fuck
All
my
right.
wife, dude.
All right,
hey, I'm gonna sit in this chair. Can you fuck my wife?
No, thank you. Okay, wrap it up. Just stop it. We're done.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
No. Follow us on the
No,
socials.
bye, everyone.
No.
Follow us on socials. Follow us on Instagram. We're on TikTok. We're on Spotify as well. And just have a really great time. Bye.
Can you please send some love to James? I just feel like he needs a good old hug from everyone.
Fuck James. He's a dickhead.
Stop hugging me.